We have good hops, we have good water, we just didn't have the barley. So I said, well, barley sounds easy. And it turned out it was not. Started in 1989 and picked up the property slowly. Started 2 acres were on, then picked up another 138, and then a few more after that. We've been doing wheat, 6 years? And it was kind of started very small. Actually didn't start with wheat. I started with the idea of making beer, everything with the idea of calling it 1,000-yard beer, everything from 1,000 yards from where we're standing right here. We have good hops, we have good water, we just didn't have the barley. So I said, well, barley sounds easy. And it turned out it was not. And in the interim, I kind of got interested in the wheat. I think it's sort of similar to the barley. I realized that I can grow winter wheats better than spring wheats. I ended up getting a very, very small combine, which sort of worked at a very small level, and then kind of worked my way up. I got a slightly bigger combine, which helped, but then I realized that growing the wheat was only half the issue. The other half is what do you do with it once you have it?
Stan has been raising sheep with a passion, and this includes our border collies, since 1984. So now having the wheat allows us to rotate the sheep pastures with a grain crop. We graze the field after the harvest for a couple years, and then that also helps with fertility. And basically, it's a wonderful cycle where we're not bringing in chemical fertilizer, we're not bringing in herbicides, we're using the animals to prepare the soil for our crop. And for us, it's really a wonderful rotation, a very healthy agriculture.
We also have a mill building where we have a 60 centimeter stone mill, which we use to grind it, and that we can modify the fineness or the coarseness or the texture of the wheat. And we also have the ability to separate some of the bran out too, if a person wants a slightly lighter product. We've got heavy stones, so what happens is it grinds cool, which is unusual compared to most mills. So again, that has a really profound effect on the quality, which is not truly appreciated until you have a chance to cook with it. This is our mill building here. We built it several years ago. My oldest son actually built the frame from wood harvested on the property. The mill's over right here. Turn the machine off. And this is whole wheat flour right here. You can see the coarseness in there's bran. The flour itself is milled quite fine. And this is a really nice product to begin with right here. If a person wants to have a slightly different flour, a little lighter, and we can remove the bran, and that's through the bolting machine over here. Right here, the bran is coming out. Let's see what happens now. This is slightly lighter flour. There's a different one. You can make a baguette out of that much easier than the first one. And of course, the bran that came out is in here. And that's in essence what happens, except we'll do 100 pounds at a time.
It's been so great working with Stan and Abby on the share these past 5 years. The quality of their product is so excellent, and their milling facility has really added a lot of ability for us to locally produce flours. I also want to say thanks to Simon and Evan, their two sons, who are always working hard to help the process along. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked what you saw, go sign up for a share. It means so much to strengthen these community connections and know where our food comes from and what it takes to make food happen in a way that's healthy and sustainable for generations to come. So go grab that share at localgrain.org. Make sure you're a part of this. And next up, I'll be heading up to Vermont to film the rice harvest. I also got a whole bunch of recipes coming for comforting fall foods like Boston baked beans and a great chili recipe. So stay tuned, we got a lot more coming, and be well, we'll talk to you real soon.